After a bit of a hiatus, Ali Carter is back. Let me call her by her right name. Tori. Tori is back in the limelight, and she's about to say some stuff to y'all that y'all need to know. If you're there and you know that something's happening, you should speak up. At least that's what she's telling people. You know, the black community needs to talk up. I want to ask a very important question, and people might disagree with me on this, and you might say, why are you milking her name again? Because it matters. And it matters in this way. She's demanding something of people that, you know what, she ain't willing to do. Ain't that something crazy? Hear me out. For all the intents and purposes, she knows how to name big names, right? Big names, and all of the superstars. But we've always had one basic problem. She keeps saying of these scenarios that she herself has been in, and all these egregious things have happened, but you never hear those names. It's almost like she's afraid to name names of people that can be, I don't know, reached. Like, okay, let's be honest. How many of you can just get on your phone or on your computer and send a note off to Jay-Z and say, Jay-Z, is this true? Can you send a note off to Diddy and ask Diddy, hey, Diddy, I heard a rumor about this and this from Tori. Is that true? Can you do that? No, you can't. And she knows that. She knows you can't reach out to the big name she's called out to verify or even debunk anything she's saying, so she can keep saying it. But now she's back trying to tell people, I thought Black Lives Matter. How come if you're going to be in it, you don't tell somebody nothing, you don't name no names? Allie, you don't name names neither. You have not yet dropped a single. Okay, let's talk real here. You were on camera crying, sniveling, snot running down your nose, all that good stuff. You were on camera talking about some kid that got unalived in some ritual in the middle of a house when you were there being adopted. No names, no location, no authorities, nothing. But you expect somebody else to do something? Girl, look, listen. Your hypocrisy seems to know no bounds. None. You are just interested in trying to keep people attached to you. You're like glue, but not even the kind of good glue. They're like horse glue. No, nobody has any real options when it comes to your stories to help anyone, because you don't help anyone. You're not about helping jack squat. You don't want to help nobody. Well, I digress. You do want to help somebody. It's you and your pocketbook. For all intents and purposes, you are using this for a milking scheme that I have not seen since cows. I mean, you are good. You are good at what you do. I will give you that. Again, I tell people all the time, we have a saying back home, give Jack his jacket. I'm going to give you a gold jacket while you're here. Because if it's anybody that knows how to manipulate feelings and make people feel like absolute crap because they're not doing what you want, it's you, Miss Outlaw. It's you. And that little thing that you have on your side there, Miss Shelley, whatever her last name is. Y'all are weird, really, really are. I don't see how you can have the audacity to get on screen to complain about other people not doing enough to stop child trafficking while you sit there with your bulbous face trying to tell other people that they should be when you ain't. Nobody found the containers yet. You ain't taken anybody to a tunnel. You have not yet organized anything to go find the so-called children you met in your excursions around the world. You haven't gotten in front of anybody political to take them to Russia to find the so-called person that trafficked you there. You have not done a single thing to shut down the CPS departments. You haven't done nothing. You're worthless at this point. What good are you to society if you're going to just keep talking? All you do is this. You just keep going on and on and on and on and getting in this emotional riled up situation, then crying in front of the camera and then rocking back and forth, high on your crack or whatever drug you're using. But you want other people to do more. Because Black Lives Matter. Y'all need to stop the children from being abused. What are you doing? Oh, that's right. You have Allie's people or whatever you call them anymore. And you teach dance. Big whoop. I mean, you're teaching people how to boogie to the same music, say, that got you involved in the same trafficking that you say. So, wow. I mean, okay, I've heard of some stuff before. You know how to do certain things. You can dance. Okay. So you're going to teach children, mind you, not adults, children, how to do what you've been doing, which is dancing. For the sake of what again? Oh, getting them into the same limelight that you said was a vehicle to traffic you to places like Russia. And cartons and crates and tunnels. Logic. You're just a beaming wealth of information. I'm gonna ask people out there to engage in some a little bit of a story with me, and it's not a fake one, but I want to take you on a journey, and it will mirror Miss Tori Outlaw story, really close. But I want you at the end of it to tell me if what the story is about makes sense to you. Okay. A young boy was a victim of a dog bite. And what he started to do was tell everybody about his dog bite. And he kept showing people, this is my dog bite. A dog bit me here. Now, he told you that multiple kids around the village were bitten by this dog. And then he starts pointing out to you the same type of dog, but the dogs that he's pointing out belong to people of affluence. And he'll tell you, no, you see, that dog over there, that's the same kind of dog that bit me. So we should make sure that that person doesn't have that dog. But then they're telling you, so, but that dog's behind the cage. So I don't know what your problem is with that dog. But what happened to the dog that bit you? Listen, the dog bit me, and it bit like 15 billion other children. The same dog did it to every one of them. Where's this dog? Well, listen, we're not too concerned about where that dog is right now, but other dogs like that we need to. Does that make sense to you? The real threat is still out and about. Yes, okay. Tell me what the threat is. I can't tell you that right now, but let's talk about the other threats that look like that threat but haven't really threatened anybody yet. Why? Because that threat has money, and we can get money from that threat. That's Tori. That's Tori and Shelley in a nut. That's how they work. I'll tell you about something that's happening egregious to children. In fact, I've witnessed it myself. It was so dark that I could see. It was so black in there, man. It became light, and I could see children, and I could see where we were going. And in fact, I saved one. Where is it? I don't forget where I put her, but I saved one. So where are the cartons? Look, listen to me. Listen carefully. P. Diddy, like what? Tell me where the kids are. Where are these crates? Where are the containers? Nothing. But you got the spine to get in front of camera again after a little bit of hiatus to tell everybody about what they ain't doing, and they ain't doing enough. And if you're in the situation, you should tell people, girl, shut up. You ain't been doing it. What? You are a hypocrite to the highest degree. You asking everybody to do something that you yourself, being at the top of it, ain't doing. Shh. Okay? Go away. Go get treatment. This is good advice. I'm going to give you some good advice. This will help you. Get therapy. Get clean. Get away from Shelley. But you know what? You won't do that, because I think at this point you just love it too much. It might be your new drug. Heck, you may not even be on any drugs anymore. The new drug might be the high of getting people to believe you. You are now addicted to this character that you've created. This character that can cry on command. This character that acts like you're in a movie called 12 Monkeys and you're in an insane asylum and you got a rubber jacket on. And like you might start drooling here soon. You might even end up with a mental relapse, and then that'll sell even more. I ain't putting nothing past you at this point, Tori. I really am not. But until you're willing to give up the goods on the people that you say did something to you and they're still roaming free and still participating with CPS, if that's the case, shut up until you have done something for the people that you say are in danger. You haven't saved a soul. You haven't put one thing boot on the ground to try and at least mobilize people to get these people. Not a thing. Yapper. I do hope that some of you that follow this lady wake up soon. I really do. Because at the end of it, when you finally realize what this grift was, you know what was actually going to be your worst regret? Is that you facilitated the abuse of children while believing a lie. You sat there listening to a buffoon and her handler, believing it all, while all the time children were being trafficked right under them, and they had no concern and brought you along, believing that you're doing something good by just saying, oh no, oh the children, oh my goodness, oh children, oh. You never asked her what she's doing. You didn't ask her to do anything more. She's been on public platforms. She's been on massive platforms. She has a reach. And to this day, not a single child accounted for. But she's saving kids. She's for the children. That'd be as bad as someone saying, you know what? I'm the kind of guy that knows exactly how to pick up big boulders and put them on my shoulder. I can do that. Then someone comes up to you and says, do it. Well, you see, now isn't the time for me to do it, but I surely can. In fact, I can teach you how to do it too. Okay, how? Okay, so back in the day, people used to do it all the time. What? What about now? You do it. No, listen, this is not the time or the place for this, but I do know how to do it. And then you say to them, you know what? I believe you. And then you start going around telling everybody, you know, that guy can lift a boulder on his shoulder. It can weigh 200 tons. He can lift it. And they're asking you for proof. And you tell them, why are you being like that? Why are you hating on the man's gift? Because he hasn't shown you anything. That's how silly you guys are, believing these stories that Tori has been putting out, telling you that she cares and ain't doing nothing. Meanwhile, there are actual people doing stuff, naming names, giving you options to help. Nothing. You want a case in point? We did, I think it's almost 5 videos now, maybe 6, about an individual who actually has tangible, timelined, and provable events about the trafficking of children and is giving people an option to partner with and to eradicate the action. And not just by speech, petitions, letters, videos talking to direct people that have actual power over changing. No traction. Tori, tons of traction. All kinds of traction. Othello, petition. In fact, we have one, by the way, and I think you guys should do so. You should click on the link and get yourself signed up in this petition to stop child trafficking. You see, as opposed to this facade that Allie and whatever her name is putting together and having you come dance and shake your booty for the camera and participating in all kinds of crazy stuff, we actually have tangible ways for you to help. We're not about the emotionality of it, because it's already emotional enough. I don't need to make people cry over child trafficking. We need action over child trafficking. Tori and Shelley are grifters and vile human beings because they do not care about the children. They care about their pocketbook and attention. They're attention hogs. And they're pulling attention at the... Anyway, you know what? They're using kids. Let me put it like that. Because if I said what I was about to say, I caught myself. I did good. I caught myself. They're using kids to get your attention, while at the same time not helping any of them. You can do your part, though. Click on the link in this video. Please do. Go get your petition signed and get this in front of people who can actually stop it, namely Mr. RFK and Kash Patel. And please, for the love of all that is holy, stop giving your attentions to the fools of this generation, namely Tori and Shelley Carter.